tell you what, everything has just changed so much in less than a year. Walmart, they originally said, we're not going to make people wear masks, but we're going to have our employees wear a mask. Then Walmart tried to say they were going to have everybody wear a mask to be able to shop in their store, but people don't know that Walmart walked that back and said you don't have to. I was actually talking to a guy in the store about a week ago. He was like, so, don't take this wrong way, but why are you not wearing your mask? They let you in here without your mask. I said, man, you ain't got to wear a mask in here. They tried to do that, but they realized that they couldn't enforce that, so they stopped. And they were spending a ton of money on handing masks out to everybody. Dude just takes his mask off of his face. And anyway, people are not okay with the way that things are going, but they just allow themselves to be herded like cattle into this construct of you don't have an immune system good enough to protect yourself. I mean, I know it's worked for all of human history that the good Lord gave everybody a filtration system that can protect you, and if you eat right and you do things that are healthy, then most times you're going to come out of it and you're going to be fine. You're going to have a good, strong, healthy immune system. And that's another thing that should expose the lies of the media and how they're just there to manipulate and divide, is how much time has been dedicated to building people up for having a healthy immune system. What foods should you eat? What situations are going to be okay for you to go into? I mean, it's just a bunch of bait and switch and smoke and mirrors and optical illusions. This is just a crazy, crazy time that we're experiencing right now. And I've been forced to make some changes in my life to give me a greater sense of peace of mind. And the things that I've done have really helped me out a lot. And so I was going to tell you about some of those things. One of the things that I've done through all of this is I completely quit listening to secular music. It's just, it sounds fun. It tickles your ears. It's nice to talk about those things and those songs and hear it in a sensual way, okay? And it gives you the good feels, but really, man, those words are just so shallow. And the things that they're talking about, more often than not, are things that are not beneficial to us. So I highly encourage you, when you listen to secular music, just ask yourself if those lyrics are promoting things that would honor God. Because if you love God with all your heart and your mind and your soul, but you're listening to music that's talking about things that aren't in line with the foundation of reality that God's provided, then you're confusing yourself. A lot of people don't know that the devil was built with instruments into his being. Okay, he could be considered the world's first musician. Music is the devil's, that's his main area of expertise. He can use that to distort people's perception of reality, and he has been using it to distort people's perception of reality. And a lot of people just are totally unaware of it. But if you think about it, music activates both sides of your brain. How do most people learn their ABCs? They sing it. Okay, so you've got the musical artistic side of your brain there, and then you have the solid, rigid parameters, structured thinking side of your brain, both working in conjunction. And if you've got garbage going in, it is going to manipulate your mindset. It was a hard change to make, and I had got away from secular music years ago, and then just kind of allowed myself to drift back into it. But through all this, I just realized I can't have that be a part of my life or my family's life if we are going to get where we're headed as a unit, and if we want to have good sound stability of mind and good perspective. The other thing that I've been able to do, I've battled with quitting chewing tobacco for years. It's been a really tough battle for me. I've failed many times, and I go back to it, and anyway, this time I just stopped dead tracks. No nicotine gum, no lozenges, no pouches, nothing. Just cold turkey quit nicotine 2 weeks ago, And the thing that I just keep reminding myself of is I have to be okay with this existence, with this reality. I don't need a modifier. I don't need an escape from reality. And really, we're in a war. That's a liability. I'm wasting money on it. It's not good for me, and it makes me eat unhealthy. It makes me do a whole lot of other things that you may not think about. A lot of people may feel like tobacco is an appetite suppressant, but it's really not. Now, you're going to want to eat more whenever you first stop, unless you check that and say, I'm not going to go there. And the thing that really helped me with stopping tobacco is I was fortunate enough to have about a 3-day window where I could just kind of keep my distance from my family, because I get really highly irritated anytime that I stop using tobacco. I'm really irritable. So I just kept my distance from my family for about 3 days and did what I wanted to do. I had to be a little bit selfish in the days that I stopped with the nicotine, because any little thing could trigger me, and I hate being controlled like that. And at this point, 2 weeks later, I've almost got it all purged out of my system. It takes about a month to purge all the nicotine out of your system, but I just would find other things to occupy my time. I shot my guns a lot. I worked out. I went for walks, chewed gum, just regular gum, not nicotine gum. Sunflower seeds, little things like that, just to occupy my mouth, oral fixation. And this has been the best shot I think I've ever put towards stopping chewing tobacco, because it was just making me want to eat horribly, wanting to get the taste out of my mouth, and you want the reward of getting a little nicotine dip after you get done eating, and it's gross. Okay, and I ain't trying to sit here and preach at people and say, hey, you got to do this. I'm just trying to appeal it to you, okay? Because that's really kind of how the truth works, and that's how it should hit a person. Is it should. Twinners, I'm not going to get you out of the back so you can run up the driveway. It'll be okay. We're about there, and then you can get out and run. That's my kids in the back. They want to run up the driveway, but it'll take me 2 minutes to get them out, and I ain't doing that because I got a load full of groceries. I'm about done with this video, but like I was saying, I'm not trying to preach at you. I'm just trying to appeal it to you and let people know, hey, there's a better way than just going along with what society wants you to go along with. Going along's got us in this mess, okay? Chasing what we thought we needed led to many mistakes repeated, win or defeated, shamed or conceited. The result is the same. We all need to be completed. And Jesus did that at the cross. He's gave us a way. He appeals to us with truth and love. So speak the truth in love. Keep your heart right. Work to better yourself as best you can. And work to love your neighbor as you love yourself while you're loving God. And the world will be a whole lot better place. Have a good one.